Finally. Hey, all the students, welcome to IIM Indore YouTube channel. Sitting with me is Chakshika Bhatt, and Chakshika Bhatt had an interview of IIM Indore yesterday for the IPM program. So definitely for all the students who want to aspire to get into IPM, IIM Indore becomes the dream place. और वहाँ के इंटरव्यू को फेस करना, that is actually the experience itself is going to be fantastic. So in today's video, we are going to talk to Chakshika to understand how this complete process was. And this video is going to be very, very important for all such students who aspire to join one of the best IIMs, one of the best B schools for their BBA or MBA program. So Chakshika, I know that पिछले 10 दिनों से आप बहुत नर्वस थे कि सर कैसा इंटरव्यू होगा, लाइफ का पहला इंटरव्यू और वो भी सीधे IIM इंदौर में. So now Chakshika, how do you feel? Are you relaxed now?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Yes.
Sir. So yes, I'm quite relaxed right now. I think the previous few days were a bit of a hassle and a lot of commitment, but I think now it's all relaxed and I'm just hoping for the best.
Fantastic. And the smile says that the interview went well.
Yes, sir, probably did.
Okay. So can you just elaborate the complete process? How many panelists, what kind of questions were there?
Sir, there were 2 panelists in my interview and the interview went pretty smooth. Both of them were really nice. The few first questions were about academics. So it was about maths and physics. And then the next few questions about the place where I'm from, about Haryana.
Okay. All right. Generally, when we talk about IIM Indore, they actually keep asking many questions about the academics also. So, and especially
Yes.
they put the questions from the field of maths also. So just tell me,
Yes.
what kind of questions were there and were you able to handle and give the answers to all the questions?
So as I was a JEE aspirant, they asked me higher math calculus questions. So the first question was about differential calculus, which was differentiate y is equal to e raised to the power log x. I was able to handle that question. And the next question came as a counter one, which was differentiation of x raised to the power log x. In that question, I missed the last step. So they just told me that where I was wrong. And after that, I guess they jumped on to physics questions.
Okay. And how did this interview started? Was the very first question, tell me something about yourself, or they started with some other thing?
So no, it was quite the opposite. I joined the meeting, obviously they knew my name. So it started straight away with the academics question. They were like, tell us about the subject which you think that you could have done better in class 12. So I said maths. Maths is something that I would have loved to improve. So they straight away jumped to maths. They were like, let's test your math skills.
Okay. Fantastic. And any questions about your hobbies, about your current affairs?
So not about the current affairs, but in Haryana, Gurgaon's name has changed to Gurugram. So they definitely did ask me that what is the significance of the new name. So I think it might count as a current affair question.
Okay. And any particular question about your stage? Okay, for example, generally it happens like when they talk about possibly when they might have realized you belong to Haryana. So possibly questions from the sports field.
Yes.
Okay, what kind of questions?
Yes, sir, definitely. There was a question. So the first question from the second panelist was about sports. So he was like, tell us about the sports that are played in Haryana and the players. And he also asked me a few questions about the number of medals won by Haryana and the players in Tokyo Olympics.
Okay. And any question about this wrestling federation controversy which is going on? Okay, where few of the wrestlers, they are actually protesting against the chairman of the wrestling federation. Any question pertaining to that?
No, sir, I did not receive any question pertaining to that.
Okay. And what else? Any more question? Any more questions that they ask?
Yes, sir. I'll just give you a brief of the questions. So first were the two maths questions, and then the question was about Bernoulli's theorem, which is a theorem in physics. So its formula, what is Bernoulli's theorem, and then he asked me about the mechanism of the theorem, and then its application, and then an example. So it just lengthened upon. And after that, the second panelist asked about the sports player in Haryana and the medals won, and about Panipat and its significance, historical significance, which was about the three battles that were fought in Panipat. Then the Gurgaon, that why Gurgaon called Gurugram now, what is the significance? And the last question was about NCR, like what do you mean by NCR, National Council Region?
Okay. And how the panelists were? They were very much cordial, or they were trying to build up some stress over you?
So what did you say? I just didn't get it.
My question is, was the panel very much cordial, or they were trying to build some stress over you?
So I think they were just countering the questions so that I might get into a little stress. But I think with the mock interviews that I had with you and the conversations I had, it was much easier because I had already faced that kind of situation. So I was not much intimidated by the entire process.
Wonderful. So all the students, the point happens to be before facing the actual interview, it becomes important to take lot many mocks. At least 3 to 4 mock interviews you people should definitely face. And the moment you have the experience of mock interviews handling and the anxiety which is there for the real interview, that actually will come down. Students, there are 3, 4 areas which are very important. One, you should know about yourself. You should have a very good knowledge about your academic subjects, and at the same time, a bit of current affairs as well. At the same time, what is more important is clarity of goals. They will try to understand what kind of person you are and whatever you want to do. Chakshika, one more thing. Did they ask any question about why you want to join IIM Indore? Why you are planning for this IPM program? Being a student of science, going for management, were such questions also there?
Yes, sir. So these three questions were in the start, and he was like, "You are a PCM student, so why do you want to take management?" I answered that question. Then there was a counter question that you could have gone for the normal path, first doing a BTech and then an MBA that most people do. So why do you want to do a BBA and then an MBA? And following it was another question that can you explain me more about what is your purpose in life and where do you see yourself in the future?
Yes, so all the students do understand. IIM Indore is going to grill you on understanding why actually you want to join this program. So what is more important is where do we stand today and where we actually want to reach and how IIM Indore is going to bridge that gap. So in this manner, we have to try to build up a complete story actually. And moreover, I'm very confident that Chakshika would have faced all the questions, given the answers very much properly because majority of the questions we people have been discussing in our discussion in our classes as well. Okay, so we people keep telling students how we need to give the answers to these particular questions. Okay, any other specific observation, Chakshika?
So I think they're just countering your question. So if they're asking you a particular topic and you're not good at it, so I think it's important to not panic because they will definitely ask you more questions related to it, seeing how much you can take down the stress levels. Because as I said, I was not good in maths, started with the math question and followed with more maths question. So I think yes, a person should not like fluster a lot and just take a breath and sit in the interview.
Okay, exactly. So all the students, you might have listened to the piece of advice given by Chakshika. So the students who are going to have the interview tomorrow, you people can actually take these points into consideration. And the students will be aspiring to join IIM Indore next year. For them also, you people have to watch this video and whatever things Chakshika has been sharing with us, give due importance to that. We generally see that a good number of students, they get the call first and after that they start preparing for the interview. I believe that in between also, if you get some time, keep understanding yourself, keep discovering more about yourself. Okay, so the moment you keep doing this, you'll be more confident for the interview. So anyway, Chakshika, thank you very much, and hope so you get the best possible result, and possibly you get into IIM Indore. So our best wishes, our prayers, our blessings are with you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, and all the best for the interview of IIM Ranchi. Okay, we will keep discussing further. So thank you, and thank you all the students for watching this wonderful video discussion with Chakshika. Do like this, keep sharing with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. So all the best, and thank you, Chakshika, once again.